Also, a few weeks ago, I did a video telling you guys that Nebraska was the first state to ban so-called junk food, is what the government is classifying as junk food. Soda, chips, processed cookies and candy, ice cream, different stuff like that. So now we're up to 5 more states, totaling 6 states, all that are banning and have went to the legislation saying that they don't want junk food. However, some of these effects are going to be immediately right now, or some will be taking place next year. Also, we are going to discuss some of the governors and what they have to say about why they are choosing to make America great again, and they support Donald Trump's decision on cutting junk food out of purchases for SNAP, EBT, food stamps, whatever you want to call it. Let's get into the video because it's pretty interesting what some of them had to say. Arkansas, Idaho, Utah have had waivers approved that will ban the purchase of junk food or unhealthy purchases from being made by SNAP benefits. They just announced last Tuesday. This article was published, an article sent out on Tuesday from the USDA. They have joined forces with, they joined 3 states whose waivers were approved in May: Indiana, Iowa, and Nebraska. And I've already told you guys, Nebraska was the first state that I told you to roll this out. Their Governor Rowlands. Across Arkansas, Utah, and Idaho, there are 540,000 people that collect SNAP benefits every month. Several other Republican states also announced that they will be following suit with Trump's Make America Great Again for this food stamp / SNAP person's benefits. Now, I told you guys before, if this works in Nebraska, it's going to work in other states and all of the other states that are Republican, that have Republican governors. They're going to try to also anything to save taxpayers' money, quote unquote, they claim. But we'll see about that, how much they're saving us, despite the gas and everything else is still so high. Anyway, it's just my opinion that if this works in these other 5 states, yes, this would be a nationwide thing where they would be banning what they call unhealthy foods, what they call our processed foods, what they call are unhealthy. Guys, I did a video on the history of food stamps. The food stamps were not always that you could purchase with funds. Remember, that came back in the day. This is something that's new. You never got monies for food stamps. You always just got food. So over the years and the time, we implemented paper food stamps back in the day. Then it became electronic, and we got EBT cards that food stamps and TANF benefits came on the card. I know because I used to get them when I was in college. Also, these governors have been heavily opinionated on, the people that you voted for have been heavily opinionated on. They don't want welfare. They don't want welfare to be a thing that people are leaning on. And they don't want people coming over here assuming that welfare is going to be the only way and that's the way that America works. They want everybody working jobs. Now, keep in mind, you can work a job, but if you want, you can start a small business. You can also go to school to learn a trade, be a nurse, be a construction worker, get your own business as a construction worker. It's so many things that you can do to not have the government in control of your life telling you what you can and cannot eat on food stamps. So good luck to you that's making a decision like I did to get off these programs and tell them they can have the program for people that actually need the assistance. Veterans that are disabled people, period. Seniors, people that have gotten older or elderly that can't work anymore. Those are the people that really need these benefits, and they will be the only ones in the end, in my opinion, that will benefit and that will be getting these benefits. On the contrary of being a person that's disabled, however, I know sometimes you can't see a disability because some things are mental awareness. I know that, but they gonna change all this stuff to benefit their agenda. It has nothing to do with us. We just vote these people in because what they tell us they gonna do. But at the end of the day, they still do what they want to do for their benefit, not for our benefit. Nothing benefits the American people or any people that live in neighborhoods neighborhoods or, states or countries. Nothing really benefits us. They tell us, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But at the end of the day, they're going to do whatever they want to do. Okay. So instead of being a person that's complaining about what they're doing, let them do whatever they're going to do. Take advantage of whatever benefits that you can get out of it for you and your family. I would. Now, these waivers that each state have been granted are real flexible. They can go in at any time and change it and say, hey, okay, yesterday we said we wanted candy banned and sodas. Today we want potato chips and, et cetera, et cetera. So they're able to go in and manipulate it at any time. So each waiver would be coming into force for the new states in 2026. Arkansas and Idaho, their ban covers soft drinks, which is like sodas, and candy purchases. In Utah, their ban is only for soft drinks, which is soda. And you would probably have to know what percentage of soft drinks are they talking about, just soda? Are they talking about just soft drinks with 50% juice? Like, what do you mean? So they're going to roll out and they're going to have all this stuff at places where you use your benefits or you purchase your groceries. They're going to have everything laid out and say, hey, you can't buy this. Hey, you can't buy that. Not on SNAP benefits. You're going to be able to know what you can and cannot buy. And I know some people going to go to TikTok mad or Instagram mad. It's okay, because if you got money, you can still buy it. But you just can't buy it on government assistance programs like SNAPs or TANF. Now, these governors are citing that obesity is out of control in America. And all of the costs is costing Medicaid a lot of money. So that is why they are trying to implement any and everything to get healthy snacks, healthy food to kids. They're emphasizing on kids because they're assuming that you're going grocery shopping to feed your kids, even though you eat it too. But the majority of the benefits should be to accommodate children. And they're saying children are at an all-time high obese. Is why they are implementing no junk food, as they quote, not me, junk food, which is soda, candy. They're going in every day saying, hey, they're seeing more, whatever you guys are purchasing, they're going to be able to see it. And majority of the people that's going to these doctors and hospitals, everything is monitored. We don't have any privacy. I told you guys that videos ago. Privacy, what is that? We don't have any privacy. They know who we sleeping with. They know who we talking to, child. They know all our business. As much as privacy that I'm only friends with you guys on here on YouTube, I still don't have no privacy because I got coworkers coming up to me saying, oh, I saw you on YouTube. I'm like, how you see me on YouTube? I don't even, how? So we don't have no privacy. People are constantly trying to find information on people. So, honey, protect your privacy, but good luck with that. Now, according to Arkansas Governor Miss Huckabee, quote unquote, allegedly stated that 23% of food stamps, which is $73 billion annually in American dollars, by recipients go towards soft drinks, unhealthy snacks, and candy and desserts. I told y'all they monitor everything that we do. We ain't got no privacy. They're saying this is a disparity when it comes to low income communities because of their health and the affordability crisis. What else are you putting in my neighborhood? Have you put a farmer's market on my corner? Oh, no. Okay. So now I got to go to the store where all the junk food is. You can't have one without the other. Put me some good Trader Joe's or some Sprouts in my neighborhood, farmers markets in my neighborhood, so I can be able to purchase these things. Now, back in the day when I was growing up, we had those things. I am a 70s baby. I'll be 48 this year. Thank you, God. And in my neighborhoods, before I left Chicago, we had stores on the corner where we can go and buy fresh fruit. We could go to each corner store and buy fresh fruit, fresh vegetables. Okay, we didn't have plastic bags. We had paper bags back then. People had little push carts back then, but it worked. Then all of a sudden, all those closed down, and then we got all canned foods and processed foods, trying to get more people here and accommodate more people to get them fed. That's what they said. So we came to just processed foods in the neighborhoods where I come from. Now, Secretary Rollins stated that, quote unquote, allegedly, he said that states have always been the greatest laboratories of democracy, and he is confident that the best ideas will come from them. Again, privacy. He is confident The demonstrations allowable purchases or newfound ways that they're connecting able mind, body, and spirits to jobs, even ways to get food to communities. And he's going to continue to encourage states to be bold and enable change. Now, the Idaho governor stated, Brad Little, who I did a video on a while ago, stated that Idaho is proud to welcome the MAGA movement because it's looking for better ways to improve nutrition for the children, increase exercise, and take better care of ourselves and one another, especially the children. We are excited to partner with the Trump administration and bringing common sense back to the governor's food stamp assistance program, which is SNAP. Okay, and then Kelvin Christie, a health policy and advocate, they're also stating that this has nothing to do with people misusing food stamps. This has everything to get America back on track with diet and exercise that we also need because of obesity. They said they don't even want to control what people eat that are low income. However, this has become a nationwide problem where food that's supposed to be, people are getting benefits from taxpayer money. The money is being used to buy the majority of junk food. But my opinion about that is, if that's all I have in my neighborhood, what else can I buy? If I don't have a car and I got to go to the corner store, what else can I buy? You got to have some way to accommodate me and tell me I can buy other things. But how am I going to get there to buy other things? Just saying. So again, we got Nebraska, Indiana, and Iowa who already started it. Now we have 3 more states, which is Arkansas, Iowa, and Utah, which is starting in 2026 or as soon as they get the approval. And lawmakers are saying now we have several other states, including Arizona, Louisiana, Michigan, Tennessee, Texas, and West Virginia, who have already submitted their waiver and consider making these bans. Some have already submitted their waivers to the USDA, and other states are already considering the same thing. So again, I had already said when Nebraska started it, everybody else was going to start it, and then it was going to be a whole 50-state thing, including the whole United States and the territory, who are going to implement a quote-unquote ban on junk food or soda. And again, these waivers, they can go in at any time and manipulate them. Once they see what you guys are purchasing with these food stamps, they're going to go in again and change it again. My only opinion about this is, don't let the government tell you what you can and can't not do. Let them have their food stamp program. Try to do better, to get a better job, career, whatever you want to call it, start a small business. You guys, we have the internet now. It's so many people making passive incomes on the internet. I encourage you. Go learn a trade. Go try to do, anything that you can to not have the government manipulating you, telling you what you can and cannot eat and what you can and cannot purchase with food stamps. If you need it, you need it. But if you don't, and you're a well able man body, let them have their food stamps. That's just my opinion, okay? That's just my opinion because I did. Y'all can have y'all stuff. Y'all ask too many questions. You in my business. And then you asking me why I got money saved. I can't with y'all. They want you to be poor to be on these programs. I encourage you to do better for you and your family. I am just giving you the next 6 states. We'll see who else is going to implement this change in the future. My name is Yolanda. This is Jeanette Beauty TV, and I'll see you in the next video.